I've got my... Okay. Alright, make a fall Sherlock, as the title says. So I've got it already split into sections. I got the mouthpiece, the sag part, and then the bowl part already all split up, so you don't have to be bored watching me do that. Even though I enjoy it, I know it can be a long process, but I'm at the most fun part of a Sherlock. Figured I'd show you. So the orange on this is yellow. It cools down in certain spots. Glass looks so different when it's 1,000 degrees compared to 70 degrees. Looks completely different. So I'm just going to heat up the whole thing. I'm going to get a handle on this side. Then I'm going to twist the center and then I'll sag it. So any vibration will knock that connection loose. It's just very lightly on there. I don't want it to be permanently attached. So first I'm going to twist up the middle so the lines aren't just straight line colored. It'll be more exciting if I twist it. I think it will be at least. I'm just going to move one hand a little faster than the other hand, and that color will start to switch up. I'm doing a very large section at a time, so that is a lot of heat. Then I'll give it a puff. I know a lot of people use those blow tubes to blow into it. I don't like it. I'd rather I learned how to blow down the glass, so that's how I do it. A lot of people ask me why I do that. That's just how I learned. I don't want to get this too hot, because then it's just going to fall to the ground. But I want it hot enough where I get that nice Sherlock shape. Kind of thin at the mouthpiece. I like it though. Now there's no moving. Whoop. I heard it wrong one. My glass is hot enough, it relights the flame. So it got a little bit thin up at that mouthpiece connection, but I think it's very, very pretty. I think it's beautiful. So it's almost cool enough. You can see that that orange is in fact yellow. Down at the mouthpiece it's showing its true color. So I just tap that loose like I said it would. Get some heat on this top part because that is cooling down rapidly. And then I'm just going to pop a hole for the bowl. That's a sexy shape. I like that. The color is provided by Colorado Color Company. They are one of my favorites. They always have like same-day shipping. They get you your glass fast. So I just popped up the little mountain where the bowl hole's going to be. And then I popped it open in the flame. And then I'm just going to circle around with a really sharp flame and then push the bowl with the graphite rod. What are you doing with that lightsaber? Melting glass. Making a full-time Sherlock. What's going on? Making a Sherlock. Hello. Thank you for watching. So I'm just going to circle around it. I'm going to switch hands when I'm doing that because glass becomes a liquid when it is molten. So I'll get it hot, switch hands, same thing. If the hole like closes up on you, you can pop it out again. If it gets too small, just give it a puff. If it's too big, it'll shrink down as you're doing this. And right before I go to push it, I'm going to give it a puff just to solidify what size I got for the hole. So it's a little too big, I can just shrink it down in the flame. If it was too small, I could hit it with this tungsten pick and kind of ream it out. But it's too big. So I'm just going to shrink it down. I kind of bend down to watch it so it doesn't close up because the shrinkage happens quick. Shrinkage. See? That's the perfect size. At least I think it is. So I'm just going to look around the bowl, make sure there's no weird marks or anything that I'm going to blast out with the flame. Now you can see the colors of the pipe. It is not orange. She is yellow. Same with that top where I'm working now. It's kind of orange. It'll be yellow. It's just very hot. And now I don't want to work down here because it's cooled down too much. So I'll have to put it back in the annealer, which is at 1100 degrees to heat up the rest to finish the pipe. But right now, I am marking where the choke or the carburetor is going to be. Same thing I did with that bowl hole, just a little larger area. Give it a poof, make it a mountain right before I puff it out. And the choke or carb hole must always be bigger than the bowl hole so it functions properly. So I'm just going to round it out, flatten it, make it nice. I like big chokes too. They just function better. I think I already said that. But everybody's like, your chokes are huge. People love it though. They work. Not like China glass. They give you these pinhole chokes. Alright, now it's pretty. So I'm going to blast out a little bit of haziness at the top, and then I'm going to grab some prep I have in the annealer to make a kickstand. And the kickstand will just go on the side of the Sherlock and make it stand up so it's not like laying flat when you're not using it. It'll actually keep your bowl vertical. Alright, so I'll pop this back in the annealer. When it comes back out, it'll be orange again. But those are the real colors. So I have a little bit of double amber purple from an old pipe. It's just on the end of this. I'm going to melt that down, twist it up, stick an opal on it, and then it'll be attached to that Sherlock as a kickstand. The opals are man-made. You cannot just put a rock in the glass. I really wish you could. I've done it a couple times. It doesn't always work out. The agates, no-go. Geodes, I've stuck geode crystals in glass for my boyfriend for his one-ins. Those seem to be okay. I would never sell them because that's a big no-no. I think eventually it'll blow up, but the opal I'm using today is just man-made, so it's co-efficient with the glass, with the borosilicate glass. So I'm pushing all the air out and giving it a twist at the same time. It's going to be pretty. And then I got the opal already encased and prepped in the annealer, so I'll grab that in a second. This is all twisted. And I'm just going to attach it to the end of this. I'm just going to taper this down because I'll probably use it as a punchy to transfer this onto the pipe. Alright, so I got an opal in this hand. I've got the double amber purple all twisted in that. That'll change different colors depending how the heat's going. Right now it looks kind of yellow and blue. It'll probably be a dark purple by the time I'm done. And there's a little opal. Alright, let's make them friends. So I want to get both sides nice and molten before I stick them together because I don't want to trap any air. There's a less chance of trapping air if they're nice and molten as I stick them. Alright, now they're together, I'm just going to shape up my kickstand. Everybody's one. I just want to pull it out a little longer. Less chance of it falling over when you are using the kickstand. So I'm just stretching. Take off whatever I don't want on the end. And I'm just going to flatten this end a little bit. That'll be where it connects to the pipe. And this will be our kickstand. So there's an opal on the bottom, but that'll be on the end because this part attaches to the pipe. How is it so colorful? Because there's color in it. I don't know how to answer that. Alright, so this is heated up now. It was sitting at 1100 degrees. Gonna wipe off where I'll be working. I want to attach it right there so it'll sit nice and not fall over when you're using it because the bowl's packed and then it dumps out and then it's no fun. So, kickstand, Sherlock, very necessary. This thing's pretty big. I like it. So I'm just getting both things hot. Once I like the temperature, stick, push, pull. I'm gonna knock this off. And then I'm gonna adjust. As it's molten, I can adjust it. And I like that angle. So if you've been here for more than 5 minutes, you can see that that double amber purple is in fact changing back to purple. It was yellow, now it's purple. And then that opal's in the very end. Oh, it's gonna be pretty. So I need to blast out where that connection was and possibly pick off this little nipple that was left behind. No nipples left behind. And then I just want to melt it all back in. And then I'll hit that connection point to make sure everything is solid on there. It's a cool kickstand. I don't think I've ever made one like that. Oh, I like it. So I just want to make sure it's not hazy anywhere. And like I said, the connection is solid. So there's no seams, basically. There should be no seams. One more little spot and then I'll show you. Good. There's the kickstand with that beautiful double amber pearl spiral and an opal on the end. Let's see if it sits. So I want this mouthpiece kind of towards the table so I know the angles that are going on. That sits fucking nice. So I'm just going to pop it back in my annealer. I will do final touches. I'll probably add some texture to the curve or something, or put some dots on the mouthpiece. I don't know. I'll add more stuff before it's officially done. Oh, I just dropped my thermometer. Oh well. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate everybody who's tuning in. I absolutely love what I do, so I'm happy so many other people love it too. Thank you. I appreciate all the love. I'll see you soon. Like my page, subscribe, whatever you do on YouTube. Thank you.